Right now, police officers are being deployed at synagogues across the UK after 2 people were killed and 3 others were seriously wounded in a synagogue attack. Today is Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish year. English police believe the suspect is dead, but that has not been confirmed yet. We will have more details on this developing story in about 10 minutes. And now to our top story, this news at noon. We're on day 2 of the government shutdown. The shutdown affects many departments of the government, including TSA and air traffic controllers. WHAS11's Clarice Shaley and photojournalist Levi Hammer went to Ali International yesterday to talk with travelers.
Atlanta is now available at baggage claim C.
Had no problems whatsoever.
Patty Davis arriving to Louisville's airport from Tampa. And there's Graham Smith.
No hiccups so far. I didn't notice anything different from normal.
Justin from Charleston, South Carolina, telling us it's business as usual the day after the federal government shut down. Government positions like TSA workers still doing their jobs with no pay. They may get back pay later.
They didn't seem concerned. Nobody mentioned it. They did their job. You know, they were pretty smooth. And
they should get paid. If Senate and congressmen get paid, being there in the shutdown, everybody should get paid. That's my opinion.
There's still time for Democrats to pass this clean bipartisan bill that's sitting before them, and we encourage our Democrat colleagues to do that.
Democrats are united in our resolve to make sure that we cancel the cuts.
Democrats and Republicans remain at odds on funding in the first day of the government shutdown, the first in 7 years. It's a conversation in Louisville's government.
Well, right now, I'm most concerned about seniors that rely on food delivery to their homes. And so we're working on a plan to help support seniors that may be losing their food delivery.
The University of Louisville already has a dedicated page on their website answering questions about the shutdown.
We know that grant funding is going to be one of the things, particularly around our research enterprise, would be probably the first one we'll see. So we're concerned about that.
As the shutdown continues, everyone wonders what will happen next.
Leaving Louisville? Yeah, it might be further into the shutdown at that point, so I guess there's a higher chance of delays then, but I'm not going to change my travel plan.
Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
And many of those travelers told Clarice they were unhappy about the shutdown and they hope the government comes to a solution soon. Now, this is also starting to have an impact on other departments nationwide. The FBI Agents Association says, quote, a shutdown can undermine the FBI's ability to perform its duties at a time when the country faces an unprecedented range of national security and criminal threats, end quote. The White House says it'll soon use the shutdown as a reason to lay off federal workers. Sources say food programs for women, infants, and children, also known as WIC, could run out of money by next week. A recent survey shows about a quarter of military families rely on that program. Well, let's turn to weather now. We have meteorologist Matt Breland. I'm so used to saying Matthew Willoughby. Matt, I'm sorry, but we have a nice sunny day behind you. Look at that.
I mean, look at this. Nothing spooky about this, right? Just beautiful blue skies. I mean, come on. I know that you were at the Jack-o'-lantern Spectacular earlier.
Yeah.
And if you're planning on headed to that later this evening, you're looking good to go. Another round of dry conditions headed our direction. I am expecting a few clouds to start popping up in the skies as we head later on into this afternoon, but otherwise, it's a fairly comfortable start to the day. We've got temperatures at 77 degrees right now near the airport, 77 also near Bowman Field. A few passing clouds here and there across Kentuckiana, but the dew points staying rather low. The humidity's lower. Those winds are staying calm. It's a great start to our Thursday afternoon. Temperatures for the rest of us in those lower to mid 70s across southern Indiana. 71 Bedford, 73 Scottsburg, 76 Shepherdsville, and 78 for you folks near Hodgenville. Satellite and radar continues to stay quiet as well, but you'll notice a few of these small passing clouds developing farther off towards our west. A few of those are going to try and make their way into our skies as we head later on into the day. So you may notice a few clouds here and there, but otherwise still going to be very dry and very comfortable as we continue throughout the rest of our Thursday. There will be a gentle south breeze at times, and as we head later on into our Thursday afternoon hours, we will continue to stay mostly quiet and dry. Now, a few of those clouds continuing throughout the evening time. We'll see them linger around overnight, and we'll start tomorrow morning off with a few passing clouds as well. All the details about that forecast are coming up here in a few short minutes. Gabe?
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Matt. Right now, a Kentucky man is in police custody after he tried a social media trick on on his 2-month-old infant, sending that baby to the hospital with rib fractures. Police say this man, Austin Webster, handled the infant in a rough manner, and his actions likely caused the rib fractures. Webster told police the baby had been experiencing irritable bowel syndrome, or IBS. He admitted to trying a technique that he saw on social media in hopes of relieving the child's symptoms. Webster was arrested and charged with second-degree criminal abuse. A standoff in Louisville ended overnight with a man in custody. LMPD says Robert DeLue went on Facebook Live yesterday afternoon threatening to kill children and police. Officers then tracked him to his home on Lake Elkhorn Court off of Seatonville Road. A SWAT team responded, and at just after midnight, police arrested him without any incident. He is charged with multiple counts of terroristic threatening. A homicide suspect crashed a stolen car and hid in a southern Indiana soybean field, but deputies later found him. The Clark County Sheriff's Office says DeMonte Hambright was wanted out of Wisconsin when flock cameras stopped him at a truck stop yesterday. Deputies say when they moved in, he took off, leading to a high-speed chase down Charlestown-Memphis Road. The chase ended with a crash. Hambright jumped out, ran away, then deputies tracked him down, hiding in the field. He's now charged with resisting arrest in Clark County, plus the homicide warrant. He's being held at the Clark County Jail. And funeral services for longtime Jefferson Sheriff County John Aubrey is happening today. Aubrey led the Sheriff's Department for 27 years. He died last week at the age of 88. His service began this morning at Southeast Christian Church at 10:30. We'll have more on his services and those remembering him today later on at the news at 4. LMPD's headquarters are moving back downtown, and that could mean more eyes on streets where you work and shop. On Wednesday, we spoke with Mayor Craig Greenberg about the big change. He says having homicide, robbery, and other major units all in one place will help police work faster. Plus, with hundreds of officers coming and going every day, the hope is it boosts both safety and business downtown. Well, the big change also comes as Louisville's police chief just passed the 1-year mark leading that department. WHAS11 sat down with Chief Paul Humphrey reflecting on his first year. Now, he spoke about reducing Louisville's crime rate in hopes of mirroring a national trend. Humphrey says homicides are down 25% and non-fatal shootings are down by 26%. The chief also pointed out an increase in independent patrolling, something LMPD said became less of a priority after 2020 protests for Breonna Taylor. Now, Humphrey also told us he's concerned about officers being scared to do their job, saying higher ups have a role to play.
So we need to, as a command staff, support officers, push officers to go out there and do the right thing and be willing to take the physical risk that we need them to take in order to keep people safe.
In a news conference Wednesday, Humphrey also announced an effort to expand LMPD's force downtown to help with his plans.